of space in my house for books, and now I've got 11 extra ones. I bought a few books. It's not that many compared to a few other booktubers out there, but I'm pretty excited about reading all of these, so I'd like to share them with you. The first book that I have here is Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow by Gabrielle Zevin. I think a lot of you have already heard about this book, very popular, and it's been on the Goodreads, I think, winner book of the month. I don't really know what the word is, but a lot of people have been talking about this book and I'm very excited to read it. And I believe it's a contemporary fiction, and it follows two childhood friends who kind of stop being in contact with each other, but then later on in life they end up meeting each other in university, and then they end up creating video games together. And I have heard very good things about this book, so I'm very excited about reading Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow. The next book I have here is Survive the Night by Riley Sager. With this particular book, I have heard a few mixed reviews. It's a mystery thriller, I think, and from my understanding, it's about a university student who ends up sharing a car ride with a stranger, or like a fellow university, another fellow university student as well, and they kind of get into a conversation. And during her time at the university, there has been murders, like three students who were murdered on campus, I think, and it was like they named the guy Campus Killer, the Campus Killer. And throughout her conversation during this car ride with this individual, with this other person, she kind of has the feeling that he is the Campus Killer, and basically she just needs to try and survive the night. So that's my understanding of what this book is about. Obviously, I'm sure there'll be twists and turns within the story, so I'm looking forward to reading this. I've not read a Riley Sager book before, so this will be a first, but I am, like I said, I'm very much looking forward to reading this and seeing how I feel about this book. Next up, we have Cat and Mouse by MJ Arlich. I have no idea what this book is about, to be honest. I've not heard anyone on BookTube talk about it. It's a mystery thriller, I believe. And at the back, let's read the back so then we can all find out what it's about. A silent killer stalks the city, targeting those home alone at night, playing a deadly game of cat and mouse with the victims. As panic spreads, Detective Inspector Helen Grace leads the investigation, but is herself a hunted woman, her every step shadowed by a ruthless psychopath bent on revenge. As she tracks the murderer, Grace begins to suspect there is a truly shocking home truth that connects these brutal crimes, but what she will find is something more twisted than she could ever suspect. Now that makes me think like it could be someone in her family member that is the killer. Just sounds a bit like that, but yeah, I'm looking forward to reading this one. It's a mystery thriller by the sounds of it, and we shall see how that goes. Next book I have is The Girl Who Fell Beneath the Sea by Axie O. And I have heard a few booktubers talk about this book. I think what it's about is a girl who lives in a village, and in her village and her homeland, it keeps getting battered by really big storms and things like that. But then, like, they also believe in the sea god, and her village, like her people, think that if they could just sacrifice a girl to the sea god every year, basically chuck the girl into the sea god may choose that girl as a bride, and then all will be good and the storms will stop. So that's my understanding of the book. This is a YA fantasy, and look how pretty this cover is. It's so pretty. And yeah, very much looking forward to reading this. Next book I have It's The House Across the Lake by Riley Sager. This particular one I have heard quite good reviews on YouTube, so I'm very much looking forward to reading it. Again, this is a mystery thriller. I don't really know what it's about. Something about a woman who lives across the lake from this really beautiful couple, and she kind of gets a bit intrigued by them. But I think something happens between the couple and she's kind of like, oh dang, what's going on? Yeah, it kind of gives me the Girl on the Train kind of vibes ish. I have no idea. No, like I said, just heard booktubers say it's good, and I've never read a Riley Sager book, so this will be my second one. Or this will be my first one. Riley Sager, The House Across the Lake. Next up, I have Leviathan Wakes, I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, by James S.A. Corey. This is a sci-fi book. It's a part of the Expanse series. It's the first one in the Expanse series. I have no idea, again, what it's about. I think it's about humans who have now kind of moved across the galaxy, or like moved and lived in different planets now, and like moved into Mars and the moon and the asteroid belt, and something happens. I have no idea. This is actually recommended to me by my husband. He said it's really good. He really enjoyed it. The Expanse, there's about, I don't know, I think there's about 8 books in the series, so it's quite a long series, but I do like a long series kind of story. So I am very much looking forward to digging into this, and I'll let you know how it goes. The next one I have, I'm very much excited about this book, Skyward by Brandon Sanderson. Brandon Sanderson is amazing at writing epic fantasy books. If you know Brandon Sanderson at all, he wrote the Mistborn trilogy, and the first era, the second era. He's currently writing the Stormlight Archives. They're like 1,000-page books each, and he's set to write 10 books in that series. And yeah, I'm looking forward to reading Skyward. I don't know what it's about. I think this is one of his sci-fi books rather than fantasy. Let's just read the back. So it says here, the world has been under attack for hundreds of years. An alien race called the Krell leads onslaught after onslaught from the sky in a never-ending campaign to destroy humankind. Humanity's only defense is to take to their ships and fight the enemy in skies. Pilots have become the heroes of what's left of the human race, and Spencer has always dreamed of becoming one of them. But the chances of that happening were slim to none, at least until the crowd doubled their attacks. It's possible that humanity's desperation to survive will finally take her skyward. Cool! Oh, it says Skyward Claim the Stars. I think that might be the full title. But this is the first book in a series. I don't know what the series is called, but I think it's just called Skyward, the series Skyward, and I think there's like 3 or 4 of the series, of the books out now in the series. So again, I'm excited to read this one. Oh yeah, the next one I have, I'm very excited about this one as well. I'm excited about all of them, to be quite honest. Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber. I don't think this one really needs much introduction. I think many of you, if not all of you, have already heard a lot about this book on BookTube. BookTube, definitely. I have watched a lot of YouTubers talk about this book and raving about it and saying how good it is. So I am very much excited to read this one and to read the second one once I've done this, finish this one, and obviously read the third one once I have finished that one as well. So look how pretty it is. I mean, if anything, it's just stunning. So yeah, Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber. It's a YA fantasy, I think. I think it's a YA fantasy. It's definitely fantasy, but whether it's, yeah, it must be YA. I think it's YA. I'm excited. I have here Sorry I Missed You by Lorraine Brown. It's where I have no idea what it's about. I saw it on the shelf and I thought, you know what, I want to pick up a book that you know how back in the day before there was, you know, BookTube and or like Goodreads or that kind of stuff, and you would just go into a bookshop and you would judge a book by its cover, because we all do that, but also you would go in and you just read the back, you read the blurb, and you'll be like, that sounds interesting, I'm gonna buy this book and see how it goes. A lot of the time it is a hit and miss situation. That's why Goodreads and BookTube is so good, but sometimes it's fun, you know, you can just kind of find a book that you may like that you've not really heard anyone talk about. I have no idea what this book is about. I assume it is a rom-com kind of book. So that is Sorry I Missed You by Lorraine Brown. Next one, again, all of you will have known, seen, heard about this one on BookTube or BookTok, wherever, and that is The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. I don't really know what this is about. I probably should. I think the main character, like her family members, get killed or kidnapped. Oh yeah, her parents get killed, get murdered, and then the assassins abduct her and her sisters and bring them to the world of fairy, I don't really. And then I guess they're just trying to survive this new disastrous place that they've been taken to. And I know that a lot of people say that The Cruel Prince in this series, I think it's a trilogy, The Cruel Prince, the first book, like, it's not people's favourites. People, I think, say the second one or the third one is their favourite. So I'm going to see how that goes with me, whether I will like this or not. But, you know, it's a fantasy, YA fantasy. I think it's a YA fantasy, so I'm looking forward to it either way. Cruel Prince. Do I put it on top? Yeah, I'll put it on top. And then the last book that I have is Look What You Made Me Do by Nikki Smith. So this, I think, is again a mystery. I've got a lot of mystery thrillers. I've got quite a few. I read mainly fantasy, so that's quite a new thing for me. But anyway, I think this is another mystery thriller. And it's about two sisters who are never been that close, and they kind of play like games with each other just to try and be the favourite in the family. And then one of the sisters receives a family inheritance, and it looks like all of it goes to this sister, and the other one obviously gets jealous. And it's kind of like, oh, like how far would she go to take the sister's family inheritance? I think that's kind of what this book is about. But we shall see how it goes. That is Look What You Made Me Do by Nikki Smith. Oh, I have stacked it in a peculiar way. So that's today's book haul. I hope you all enjoyed it. I'm very much looking forward to reading all of these books and all the other ones I have as well. But these are the ones that I bought the past couple of days, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And I hope to see you all again soon as well. And enjoy your books, and I'll see you next time. Bye.